So then I went to the grocery store, right? And like I opened the door, like I was expecting like another grocery store, and I was gonna say something like that's really convenient because that'd be a good timed pun, really original, very haha funny. But like there wasn't another convenience store this time. It was the weirdest thing. Like I opened it, and there was another door, and I was like, bruh, is this a double door? Is this the double door I've been hearing about? And it was, and I didn't know how to react to it because I mean like, dude, how often do you see a double door, right? So I went around the back because I know, you know, there's only one door in the back. Why would there be a double door in the back? So I go over, right? And I don't believe this. There was a triple door, right? So then I did the mathematics, right? If I add 3 to 2, you get 5. Well, if you give someone a high five, then they give you a high five. So it's equal exchange. And for equal exchange, it has to be an even number, which means it can't be a 5. So I knew this was a paradoxical error, which meant there was a door on the ceiling. Okay, so I went over to the ceiling, right? And there's a door. There was a door, and it was a single door. So I opened it, right? Right, Isaac? Following along? Okay. So yeah, I opened the door, right? And I was inside. I was inside the grocery store, but the weirdest thing happened, Isaac. They didn't have any Doritos.
That's fucked.
Yeah, like it was strange. Like they had Lay's, they had like the chip I used for like my other joke one time. Like they had everything. They had every reference, everything. They even had like movies at a grocery store. But they didn't have any Doritos. So I was thinking, no. So I was thinking like where do people sell Doritos at? And then I realized I don't know. Where the frick do they sell Doritos at? Like what place sells Doritos like normally? Like there isn't one. That actually doesn't exist. So, I invented Twangays. Or so I thought. Because right next to that grocery store was Twangays. So I go into Twangays, right? And the weirdest thing happened. They had a door. And it was a normal door. They have normal doors at Twangays. So I opened it. And inside was actually another door. Which led to Walmart. Okay? So while I was at Walmart, I was thinking, why the frick am I at Walmart? I could just go to Target. I could just go to a place that's not Target. I could just go to maybe some other grocery store. I'm sure other places exist besides just Target and Walmart. I don't know. So then obviously, you know, me being me, I went to Google and looked up, well, what are other convenience stores? And the answer was Target and Walmart. And I told Google, no, I already looked for that. And they said no search results. And I was like, but I just searched it. That should be one result. And they were like, shut up. And I was like, okay. So obviously that wasn't working. So I went over to Bing, right? Now Bing is like a Google, except edgy. And dumb. But smart. Just dumber than Google. So, you know, I go over to it. I use Bing. Then I realized, I don't have Bing. How do you get to Bing? Do you get to Bing through Google? Because then aren't you just using Google? So obviously that was a mistake. So I hopped off Google. I'm trapped in this building, by the way. I'm lost. But anyway, so you know, I hop on Google. And I thought to myself, how do you even spell Google? Like, is it Doodle? Or Google? Like, it's obviously Google, but is it spelled Google? Like, how do you spell Google is what I'm saying. Like, I don't think you can spell Google. So, I searched up how to spell Google on Google. So then while I was searching up how to, you know, Google on Google, Bing popped up for some random reason. So I would go over to Bing, right?
Yep. Go on, Evan.
And then I just got this ad, right? It said hot singles in your area. And I was like, diddly darn. Well, cool them off. So then I was looking up how to buy some ice, right? But then I realized my internet crashed like 4 hours ago. I was just typing on a keyboard and I was doing nothing. And then when I looked down, my keyboard was orange. Because it was Dorito powder on my fingers, is what I thought. It was actually cheese puff powder. Because that was what I was eating. Now see, right? Oh, I don't have any chips next to me. Correct. But you know what I do have next to me? Reese's cookies. They actually make those. So like right here. So chocolate peanut butter candy cookies. Reese's Pieces. Now essentially they're like chocolate cookies, right? Except they have Reese's Pieces in them. And honestly, they taste pretty good, I gotta say. And when you don't stop. 1 month don't stop. That's probably a slogan somewhere. So anyways. I'm wondering, okay, so how do you wash down the Reese's cookies, right? Surely be somewhere you gotta wash it down. Maybe with a drink, maybe with a very specific Sam's Cola drink. It's been here since 1991, not sponsored. Maybe like a drink that very, you know, that specific. And you'd be wrong. You'd be a freaking idiot. No, I'm using Pepsi.
Oh, okay.
There we go. It's called lying, Isaac. It was Sam's Cola. Okay. So now, you might be wondering, where the frick has this story gone? You were trying to get Doritos, right? And now you're here with Sam's Cola. So do you even need Doritos anymore? The answer is yes, of course I need Doritos. Like, dude, Doritos, right? So now, obviously, to get Doritos, first you have to figure out where...
Doritos.
Neither did I, Isaac. You see, I actually like this very specific flavor. It's like in a dark green bag. It's like, kind of like Mexican type flavor. It's like, it's like a spice. There's like a spice flavor. I don't know. Point is, they're essentially extinct. You can never find them at stores. I had it only one time. I can't frickin' find it again. The closest time I got to it was a green bag, but it was like the spicy flavors. They were still good, but very spicy, and it was the wrong flavor. So, you know, I was like close enough. So, you know, I go over to the Dorito store. Because those exist now. Continuity's hard. So, you know, I go over to the Dorito store. Open the door. Then I realized, how am I supposed to open the door? The place is made out of Doritos. So I ate my way through. But little did I realize, that wasn't a sanitized Dorito. Those weren't factory made. Those were man-made. And I was like, wait, man-made Doritos? But like, does that mean factory-made Doritos are made out of factories? And that got me thinking, what are factories even made out of? Well, probably a lot of metal, probably a lot of concrete. And I was like, I can't be eating that stuff. Like, it probably tastes bad. So you'd think, but you see the cheese covering on top makes it all better. I am going through frickin' a lot of gunshots right now.
Evan, right here, Evan, small, very low. Yeah, good job.
Wow, looks like that
Was that it?
the last one in the squad. Don't worry, I'm here.
Alrighty, so you might be thinking, well, how did I learn how to shoot people? Now, that goes way back to the Minecraft days, okay? But not just any Minecraft days. Minecraft Xbox 360. That was long ago. And you might be wondering, how did I even get on Minecraft 360? That's a good question. Now, it all started when people were talking about Minecraft on the 360. And I was like, bruh, I'm gonna play that. And they were like, dude, you can't play that. That's on Xbox 360, and you only have an Xbox 360. And I was like, oh, but on the contrary. I have an Xbox 360. And that was like a really epic mic drop moment, and ever since then, everyone has feared me. So about the Doritos, right? So obviously, a very person like me who is feared for my excellent mic dropping abilities couldn't just walk into a Dorito store and get Doritos. Those have high security and high calories. Now, the high calories aren't that dangerous. Neither is the security, since, you know, the security is made out of Doritos. So it wasn't that dangerous, but then I thought, wait, they're chips. Like, where have I heard chips before? Microchips, right? So then I realized, Doritos is a government conspiracy. But then I was like, no, but I've eaten them. There's no way I, a very feared man like myself, ate a conspiracy theory. But then I realized, of course I did. Because that's the...
That's politics.
What was the word? Frick. No, I've had this whole story lined up. I need it. What was the word? That's the Hokage way.
I mean, you watch too much Naruto.
So you might be wondering, how did I even watch Naruto in the first place? Because, like, where do you even watch Naruto at? Now, I wasn't the biggest anime guy. But you see, I opened up my mobile phone. That's a Samsung, right? And I looked on YouTube. And I found this weird little thing.
They're hacking.
Isaac, you got this. I believe in you.
They're bots, Evan. You can literally kill them.
I don't have a gun!
I didn't have a gun. You should have a fucking gun.
You ran out of ammo when I shot him!
You're so dog.
No! We might be wondering, how did I even become a dog in the first place? Didn't I used to be human? Well, that's a good question. You're not getting an answer.
Okay.
Oh, fine, I'll give you an answer. So, essentially... I can't give you an answer if I die. No answer.
I think I have a good guess.
What's your guess?
I don't know.
So you might be wondering, why am I opening an Apex pack right now? And you gotta understand, right? Apex Legends has Apex packs. And oh my god, this is garbage. So, 1992, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what we did in 1992, right?
Rape.
I mean, you're not wrong. But you know what else we did? They invented Doritos. Now, if we think, well, 1990...
You look that up.
Safety's off, weapons free.
Fine, I'll look it up. I'm probably right.
Haven't you looked it up already? What are you talking about?
When were Doritos made? 1966. You might be wondering, well, how did we make Doritos in 1966 if the formula wasn't formulated until 1992? But that's when you realize, what's 9 minus 2? 7. What's 7 minus 1? How many Doritos are there? There's only 1 Doritos. Then, 7 minus 1? 6. 19, 6. Add another 6. Because, why
I
not?
have a feeling this will add up to lolly porn.
So 1966, right? Now Doritos, right? We've been talking about Doritos a lot, but you gotta understand, like, I've already got my Doritos by now. I think. Frick, those are Ritz! Okay, never mind. Turns out I got Ritz chips. Those weren't Doritos. I got the wrong kind. My bad.
I say we land here.
So you might be wondering, well, what are Ritz chips, right? You probably remember them from Ritz crackers. Now, Ritz crackers are a good, maybe 5 out of 10 on a good day. Now, Ritz cheese crispers, on the other hand, those, oh my god, those could be spoiled on like months on end, and you could just eat those and they'd be crunchy, they'd be made out of chips. You disconnect it. I'm talking to myself. I'm gonna keep doing it. So now Ritz chips are pretty good, right? And you might be wondering, well, what even are Ritz chips? Well, I don't know. I never heard of Ritz until I ate those crackers with the cheese in them, and I'm pretty sure those are Ritz chips, but I could be wrong. But I'm just gonna assume that those are. I'm gonna assume they're the same company, because I mean, I shot a dragon. I let the dragon get away. Frick. So you might be wondering, who invented internet? And if they did invent internet, how the frick did they invent internet? Now, I don't remember the details, but I heard it had something to do with water and like wavelengths. So theoretically, couldn't you invent your own internet? Right? Hold up. I'm going somewhere with this. Hold on. Now, if you invent your own internet, couldn't you theoretically tax the government? Now, you might be wondering, well, how'd you get that in that? Well, you see, the internet and the government both rely on each other, right? If there wasn't a government, why would anyone use the internet? Like, the majority of the internet is used to spite the government. Now, if there wasn't a government, the majority of it would be used to spite the government. Nothing would change. So,
Call him if you spot him.
when it comes down to it, an important detail is they're the same thing. I've already mentioned it. I'm repeating myself so you freaking numbskulls can get it through your head. Now, you might be wondering, well, how do I know the government secrets? And I don't. So, I forgot where I'm going with this. I forgot where I'm going with this a long time ago. I've just been repeating lines for a long time now. I'm even repeating the long timeline. Long timeline line. Long timeline line in the timeline. You know, that sounds like a potential for a bar right there. Now, I'm not a rapper or anything, but, you know, fill me with chocolate, put some plastic around me, and you can pull my rapper off any day. Don't take flirting advice from me. Ta ha ha. But do take Apex grappling advice from me, because holy frick, oh my god. Oh, follow me!
Fire, friends.
I'll be on my way. I'm outie. Oh no, let me live, let me live. Wait, did they just nuke me? What? I'm gonna hide my body. I'm gonna hide my body under a dead cat. 6 feet under the ground. You'll never catch me alive. You can't do it? No, what are you gonna do? Finish me? Exactly. Exactly. You're too paranoid. You won't finish me. You're going to hit me until I'm dead. Do it. Harder. Do it.
Look at that. I beat you.
You took advice from a robot, you absolute buffoon.